Hello everyone. Thank you for taking out time and joining the session. Welcome to GSAW. GSAW is collaboration of GetSetAlgo and AlgoWise. I am Sunny from AlgoWise and we have Santosh and Jayesh from GetSetAlgo. Begin your MCX journey with GSAW. Diversify your portfolio now. In today's session of Know Your Strategy of MCX Boost, we will give you a brief about strategy and answer all your queries. In MCX Boost, we are targeting at natural gas and SilverM. Lot size of natural gas is 1250 and of silver is 5 kg. We select future contracts with next month expiry. Natural gas needs margin of 1.8 lakh to 2.25 lakh, whereas silver takes 35k to 50k. Along with this, we always recommend a buffer of 50k to be maintained per lot. You can expect 20 to 40 trades a month. Our counters are monthly counter and they start on last day of month at 10 pm. Thus, single counter for each month. No manual intervention is required from user side to change the counter or expiry of the instruments. We charge 15% of gross profit as fees. No discounts are provided even if you open and trade in our referred broker accounts. Adjustment of P&L for profit sharing. Loss set-off will only be allowed within MCX strategies which are under the banner of GSAW. No carried forward losses from NFO strategies will be adjusted there and vice versa. This is going to be one of the most asked questions to us, and almost all of you have asked this to us. When shall you increase the multiplier? Biggest indicator is your profit levels. If you have made sufficient to cope up with MTM buffer for higher multiplier, it could be counted as good time to proceed with. Sharing example, if you have profit of 100k with 1x, that is 2x the buffer required for 2x multiplier, you may consider it as a point to increase your multiplier. Or you have sufficient capital to meet MTM at higher multipliers. Or we recommend one of the best method is allocation to your portfolio. That is, total allocation to MCX should be within 20% of your portfolio size. Let's take a pause to answer your questions and then we will resume ahead with our presentation.
सर ओके और एक पूछना था सर सर IIFL का अकाउंट मैंने आपके अंडर ओपन किया है तो उसके लिए मुझे चार्जेस वगैरह का कुछ मतलब मालूम नहीं है MCX के लिए तो जितना ऑप्शंस में लगता है उतना ही ऑर्डर्स के लिए लगेगा MCX के
उतना ही लगेगा That's 20 rupees per order.
ओके सर ओके थैंक यू
Yes, Prashant, you want to speak? Just a minute, I'll unmute you. You will get presented again. There's some issue. You can ask your question now.
Hello, Santosh, are you able to hear me?
Hear you.
Yeah, okay. Last month, there was a scenario, in the same strategy, where in the starting of the month, there was a loss of 75k. Okay, the counters were running and it was at 75k loss, and later it recovered and it did well. Okay, so that is a really good thing of the strategy. But that when it went to that 75k loss, so what are the possibilities? Why it went so till 75k loss? What would have happened in the market at that time? If you can tell it.
75, but it was somewhere in the range of 60 to 70k. So that has happened when there's a choppy market and there's a sudden movement in the opposite direction. So the
Okay.
unfavorable condition is only when there's a choppy market. Okay.
Mhm.
In respect of points, if we speak, if for natural gas it is within 10-15 points, the futures are moving for a couple of days. So those
Okay.
scenarios would be a riskier one for our strategy. And on the other hand, for silver, it is like we are facing this choppy market since last 3-4 days. It is moving in the same 600 to 700 range point. So that is a scenario where the strategy will suffer. But however, every commodity during a month, even if gives a one momentum trade, we our strategy will catch it and we'll move to that direction. So all
Yeah,
the
that is for sure.
TSL entry exit are based on an custom indicator which takes into account the current price scenarios.
Okay, I got it. So I would just want to know one more thing. Like, after how many points, if there is a buy signal and it takes the buy entry, and if the market is not favorable to our position, like after how many points will it be reversed? Like after 10 points in natural gas, or after 15 points, like, or will it wait for another confirmation rather than immediately booking the
So
loss?
it is not point based. It is totally on the indicator. That is a custom built indicator. I'll request Sunny to move to the next slide that will address these questions.
Okay, okay, okay. Thanks, Santosh sir. Thank you.
Basis of the strategy. We have built a custom indicator on trading view, which is generating signal for us whenever a long-term trend is detected. So this indicator helps us into identifying buying level, long, short, or the exit level. So all the entries, exits, re-entries, everything is taken on the basis of indicator signals. So there is no point-based or that is absolute rupee-based system that triggers the trade. What is the right time to start? Strategy can be deployed anytime. The current profit loss level have nothing to do with future trades for the month. Since whenever you are joining, you will only get new trades as per the new signal generation. So even if you are joining in between, it's not like that you will get the same trades that others are trading. You need to wait till new trades are triggered. That is why you won't attract the loss if they have already reached their target point and then there is a reversal and our indicators are suggesting a reverse movement. So no need to worry. You can activate it in any time and all the orders in your account will only continue from the next signal generation point. Let's talk about market conditions that are fruitful for us. So clear trending and a one directional market is always favorable. Unfavorable would be, as Santosh earlier suggested, the choppy markets. When it's a range bound markets and there is no much a trend or uptrend or downtrend identified in any of the instruments. Then this is the most favorite part of all our current deployers. They have seen good amount of profits and they are always asking us when can we do the manual profit booking, when will the trade will auto exit. So let's talk about it. Our trade signals can last from 1 day to 7 days depending upon the momentum in the instrument. We have an inbuilt TSL in the strategy which will help in profit booking as well. So no manual intervention is recommended. Let's jump to Q&A again.
Other than Tradetron, are you on any other platform?
No, currently the setups are only on the Tradetron.
Hey, hi Santosh. Can we
Hi.
split the instrument between two separate deployments, like natural gas separate and silver mini separate?
Hi. So no, this was a very well thought decision. We have kept both the setups together. Okay. At times we have seen a correlation between the setups majority of the times it may not end up true, but uh, many a times it will happen as whenever there's a choppy market for natural gas. Natural gas will not be giving momentums like it has been giving since last 3 months. Obviously not. So it will have a momentum, but within say 60 to 80 point range. Since last 2 months,
Okay.
we are getting complete 100 up, 100 down movements. So that was a golden opportunity for us. But why we have kept both the instrument together is many a times they uh, help us set off the losses for the other instrument when there's a choppy market. So say we have seen in our study as in when natural gas is not moving, at least silver will help us recover the small losses that natural gas will be booking, or vice versa. Like if you witness last 1 week, there were a couple of deployments who joined in between, who booked the profit at say 60-70K in natural gas and then reactivated the strategy. So they had a loss of 10-12K running in a silver deployment, wherein the natural gas short trade triggered and they almost recovered all. And in fact, all the deployments are positive as on date. So this was a well thought decision, and this also doesn't affect much to the capital. However, people with a small capital who wish to deploy only the silver strategy, so that has been made available separately on GSAW account itself.
Okay. Okay. And do you plan to replicate this strategy on crude as well, intraday or positional?
No, so the same setup is not planned on the crude. However, there are two different strategies on the crude that we are testing. We'll be starting the live deployment in our own accounts. One of them I have already announced on our channel, which is a intraday setup that also starts after 3:30 in the afternoon. So that is a one setup wherein we are planning to uh, take a position in the crude for the intraday with a 10,000 target and a 10,000 stop loss. So that also
Okay.
a custom built indicator from a trading view, but it's not same as natural gas and silver. It's a altogether different setup that we have opted for crude. And there's another strategy on the crude that will be in nature of what we do in shades of smart 3.0. So there will be a continuous profit booking and a new trade will happen. So for that, in that strategy, I'm still trying to figure out what would be the optimum stop loss level. Currently, what I am testing is 3,000, 3,200 as a profit booking and 4,000 as a stop loss. So the strategy
Okay.
has generated good returns, but then still I would want to optimize it to a risk reward to a better risk reward ratio. So crude setups we can expect by the next month. So from 15th of the month, one of the crude setup will be starting in our own account. I'll be, in fact, we have developed a PNL bot for MCX strategies as well. So everybody will be able to see what's the running result for all our MCX setups.
Okay, great. Yeah, I mean, look forward for the crude, strategy to go live. Yeah, that's it from my side. Thanks, Santosh.
Santosh, one more thing.
Yes, Prashant.
Regarding the NG and silver. So, what is the maximum profit the silver has made till now in the last 3 months or from the time it's been deployed? Because NG has given a good amount of share, I guess. So, out of like 100, how much percentage would silver contribute in a profit or in a loss?
Just a minute, Sunny will answer to that along with the stats. We'll run through the stats page. But as far as I can see, silver is a hot topic for you guys. Why we have merged it. So I'll tell you my personal story. The natural gas setup we have been trying since couple of months, but the silver setup I have been using since more than a year. Personally, I was doing that manually in my account since more than a year, and I have made a very decent sum in silver. So that was the reason uh, I have a trust on silver being in this strategy. As to majority of the times, say when there's completely no momentum in natural gas, we'll not end up in loss, or say we'll end up a cost to cost, or a slight negative just because of the silver. Because once the silver catches the momentum, the risk reward is just amazing in that particular setup that we are using here.
Okay, I got it. But like my question was if 100K is made a profit, right? So in
Right.
that, what would be like a silver share in the last like 3 months? If you say 3 months on live deployment, is it like 20% of the share, or is it a 40%, or is it 80%? Because natural gas, the movements and the profit is different from silver, right? So I just wanted to know like how much silver would contribute.
So silver has contributed somewhere in the range of 15 to 20% of the profit over
Okay.
the last 4 months. Yeah,
Yeah, that is good.
18 to 20%. Yeah.
Okay. And the silver and the natural gas, the both logics technicals are still the same, right? Or does it
No,
differ
no,
for silver and
no,
NG?
no. So that also differs. So basically, a setup would more or less be similar, but there are difference as to when the TSL gets triggered for both the instrument. We have to consider the volume, the momentum in that particular strategy, and basis that the indicator gives the TSL. So that might differ. Many a times you may see that a profit booking trade happens in natural gas, but not in the silver, because in silver we are continuously behind the trend. We don't want to miss even a smaller part, because there 400-500 points would only give say 2,000 rupees impact, whereas in natural gas, if we leave 15 to 20 rupees, that causes 25,000. So that's how there's a slight difference between the two.
Okay. Okay. So as you said, like you have been trading manually for
The
silver
ratio
for
of
a
capital spent on
long
silver.
time.
Continue, please. Prashant, you were asking something.
Sorry, yeah. As you said that silver you were trading manually for a long time. So
Right.
when did you start only silver in TT, like in your personal account or something like that?
No, so TT setups we have started since first week of January. However, silver I have been using the same setup I've been using say around October 2020.
Oh, okay,
But that was
okay.
that was
So if
manually.
anybody is okay, if anybody is interested to have only silver, will there
There's a
be a private
there's
link
a
given or
there's a separate strategy live on the marketplace. We have already
okay,
put in that strategy. Yes. I'll
okay,
after the session I'll share the link in both the communities.
sure, Santosh. And do you have
Yes.
any PNL for that silver?
PNL. So that strategy was made live recently. There'll be no
Okay.
TT stats as such.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Because I know there won't be any
I'll
BT for this commodities. I know that.
right,
So
right.
yeah. All right, Santosh. It would be great if you can share the link. So it would be helpful
Sure,
for the small capital people as well. So
sure,
that's
sure.
good. And the only thing right now is like as you both said, the PNL won't match if the people deploys in the middle. That is something which everyone has to be careful. In my own experience, I'm just telling. Okay, it again depends on others also. In a positional strategy, when a strategy is already in a profit, right? So there are chances like when you deploy in the middle, the person who deploys in the middle might incur a loss, but not the person who has started from the first. So that is one.
No. See, that is one thought that you have been giving to this. But see, like we told in the last slide, the new signal will get generated only when there's a momentum. So
Correct,
even if you
correct,
deploy, there's no forced trade that we push. Many a strategies you might would have seen positional strategies. Whenever you deploy, you immediately get a position. So that's not how we operate in this. Here, if you deploy, maybe your capital may remain idle for 2 or 3 days. If there's no
okay,
new signal generated, there'll be no trade. So
correct, correct,
that's how the thought that you're giving, that say there's already there have been a momentum, and now if you deploy there can be a reversal. That will not get triggered here, because only when there's a reversal there will be a new trade in your account if even if you deploy in between. So there's
correct.
no
But even if it is
problem
a
as
choppy
to
market
whenever we deploy.
also, yeah, even if it is a choppy market also, it is difficult.
Right. So if
Yeah,
there's a choppy market, anyways, the new deployers will also make a loss.
correct. But the first deployment, as they're already in the profit, so their account will not be in red. Actually, that's what I meant. because see, for example, a 40K would be a loss. So already 100K profit running, so the 40K loss still goes also, like there will be in 60K profit, but the new deployment, it will not match. That's what I meant.
I get your point, but then that's applicable to everyone and anyone. For the
Yeah, correct.
in the case. So there's no relation as to what profit has already been generated on a strategy. There's no correlation as to when we can start and what is the current profit level.
I got it.
Like if you remember, a couple of days back we were having a conversation. Like a couple of days back we were having a conversation and told you that there can be a short trade and we can enter at that time. And short trade in just 2.5 hours has given a very decent profit of about 65,000.
Correct. That is true. That is a very good move in NG. That's really a very good move.
Yeah. Rajkumarji, you were saying something.
Let us wait for one more reversal. So probably that time the new deployments will get a trade and definitely even that would be a success. Yeah.
Sure.
Thanks.
Thank you, Prashant. Rajkumarji, you were saying something.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello. आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
Sorry, you're not audible, sir.
Hello. आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
आपकी वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ रही है सर.
Rajkumarji, you can also type in your question. We'll try to answer it from the chat as well. Meanwhile, one of the previous questions was what is the ratio? If we look at the capital deployed, invested in silver and natural gas, we are getting similar percentage returns. Capital consumption of silver is very less as compared to the natural gas. So if we look at the long-term data, it suggests that we are getting similar returns in both the setup with as respect to the percentage returns.
Hi Santosh, just a quick question. Is it possible that we have a separate link only for NG as well, the way we have for silver?
We'll try to do that.
Yeah, I think that'll be very helpful and great.
Sure. We will try to do that.
Yeah, thanks, Santosh.
Santosh, one last thing, in Finvesia, I see many of them are already deployed. So what is the capital utilized in Finvesia?
These days it is around 2,70,000 for both the instruments jointly. So that's why on the margin side we said when there's a momentum in the NG, the margin increases from 1.9 lakh to 2.25. Yeah.
Finvesia usually takes
a bit more. Yeah,
that is the reason. And now NG was already in the peak, so definitely it will consume more capital. Yeah. Thanks, Santosh. Better to be on the safer side, have a 3 lakh capital in the account. Yeah. Thanks, Santosh. Yeah.
Hello, Santosh. Do we have any shared code? Is it?
It is already shared in the. I'll share it again.
Yeah, but I can see only 2 counters there. It's not there as per the Excel. It was deployed in January something, right?
Initially, we didn't have a live deployment in our own account. So we have recently started. Share code for that was shared separately. However, if you want a live performance from Jan onwards, we can request some of our initial subscribers to share their P&L screenshots.
Okay.
Yeah.
This for MCX, do we need to take a separate TT subscription?
Yes, you.
So similarly, like FNO, there will be separate subscriptions for MCX also. If you plan to deploy one strategy, retail plan will do. Starter plan will do. If you want to deploy more than one strategy, you'll have to go for a higher plan.
So if I take that 5 plans, so I have to deploy all 5 in MCX itself.
No, so you can run jointly. You can take two different plans for NFO and for MCX. So with two different plans, you'll get different slots under that plan for NFO and MCX. Like if you take 1200 plan in both the segments, you get 5 in NFO and 5 in MCX.
So they both are separate. Like I can't do 3 in F&O and 2 in MCX like that.
So if you have a different subscription for that, you can do it, but subscription will be different for both the segments.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
हाँ सर, अगर मतलब हर एक ट्रेड नया जो अपन डालते हैं ना, तो वो उसका पहले ट्रेड से कुछ मतलब ये नहीं होता ना, पहले ट्रेड का एसएल वगैरह?
नहीं, there's no उस पहले वाले ट्रेड से कोई रिलेशन नहीं है. अगर आप डिप्लॉय कर भी दोगे तो आपके अकाउंट में नया ट्रेड तभी आएगा जब नया सिग्नल जनरेट होता है.
अच्छा, पिछले कस्टमर का एसएल वगैरह कोई ध्यान में नहीं रखते हैं ना अपन?
सॉरी,
पिछले कस्टमर का टीएसएल वगैरह जो होता है ना, मतलब आपके जो पहले से ट्रेड चालू है
आपका डिप्लॉयमेंट सेपरेटली चलेगा. नो, उसका कोई रिलेशन नहीं है नए ट्रेड से.
मतलब आपके पहले जो कस्टमर है उनके लिए भी और नए जो कस्टमर आने वाले हैं उनके लिए भी?
हाँ, सबका पोजीशन सेम चलेगा इफ देयर इज अ डिप्लॉयमेंट एंड सिग्नल जनरेटेड. सो से फॉर एग्जांपल अभी कल सुबह एक सिग्नल जनरेट होती है, तो व्हाट एवर लाइव डिप्लॉयमेंट्स आर देयर फॉर टुमारो मॉर्निंग, सबके इसमें पोजीशन सेम रहेगा. एंड फॉर अ न्यू ट्रेड देयर विल बी न्यू टीएसएल, न्यू एग्जिट क्राइटेरिया, न्यू एंट्री क्राइटेरिया. फ्राइडे को क्या चल रहा था उससे कोई लेना देना नहीं.
अच्छा सर, और अगर मैंने मतलब अभी मंडे को ट्रेड मतलब आपका लिया, तो पहले जो कस्टमर है उनका ट्रेड और मेरा ट्रेड सेम ही रहेगा ना, जो आप डालने वाले हैं?
अगर आप मंडे डिप्लॉय करोगे तो आपके अकाउंट में ट्रेड नहीं आएगा जब तक नया सिग्नल जनरेट नहीं होता. समझो अगर नया सिग्नल मंडे को ही जनरेट हो गया तो सारे लोगों का अकाउंट में फिर अगर नेचुरल गैस शॉर्ट है तो सबके इसमें शॉर्ट ही आएगा. ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा कि आपके में लॉन्ग पड़ा हुआ है और किसी और के इसमें शॉर्ट पड़ा हुआ है. दैट विल नेवर हैपन.
मतलब सबके लिए अगर नया सिग्नल आया तो वही ट्रेड उनके अकाउंट में चलेगा?
राइट.
जो पुराने वाले भी है और नए वाली जो है उनके लिए भी? Okay, sir. Thank you.
Rohini, to address your question, you can increase the multiplier only when there are no positions. So if during the month you want to increase it, you'll have to exit the counter, increase the multiplier, and then reactivate.
I don't have this MCX subscription. Can I buy from you now and deploy?
Yes, sure. After the session, we'll reach out to you and share the coupon.
Santosh, how much capital allocation would you advise, say, if someone is looking to, start with, say, 10 lakhs? How much capital allocation would you advise for equity, say, maybe Bank Nifty options vis-a-vis MCX?
So see, MCX setups will have a high risk reward any day compared to Nifty, Bank Nifty. That's what we covered in the initial slides as to whatever capital size you are totally using for trading purpose. Up to 20% can be invested in the MCX setups. With 20% you can trade. Usme bhi we can diversify between this and the crude setup, depending upon the risk reward, obviously.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Thanks.
Yeah. Sunny, let's run through the statistic page.
Yeah. Thank you.
So let's talk about the MCX Boost TD stats. So we have launched it on the 3rd of January, and since then it has been an amazing journey. We had seen ups and downs, but our ups are so high that like all our deployers are very happy with the performance. So currently we are approximately at the 200 percentage of our capital invested in PNL. So we have made your money 3 times already in these 4 months. So as you can see, we are running at a Sharpe ratio of 4.58 with a PNL of 5.45, and all our months are positive at the end of month. February, despite being the Ukrainian crisis, we have made a decent profit, and as you can see, all our months are profitable.
So somebody in between mentioned about the drawdown being in the range of 70K. So like I mentioned, it was somewhere between 60 to 65K, and from this level we there was a trade reversal that happened, and almost all the losses were recovered, and we ended up in a profit of 20,000. So this drawdown pertains to the Feb month. After Feb month, we have never had a drawdown of more than 60K. It was there in the range of 30 to 35K in the start of the previous month. Current month has been amazing. With the start of the counter, we were in profit of 15,000 in just first half an hour, and after that there has been no reversal as such. We have had a multiple ups and downs between 1,30,000 to 1 lakh profit. However, that was captured by the TSL and then the new short trade that we had on the Friday.
Looking at some of the reviews by our current deployers, they are very happy with the deployment, and as you can see, we have received all 5 stars from all of our deployers. So right now we are having 23 live deployments. Some are 1x, 2x, and max we have is a 3x deployment. So do you guys have any other questions or any other things before we do the closure of the session?
हेलो सर, ये स्टॉप एंड रिवर्स स्ट्रेटजी है, तो आप अगर कंफर्टेबल हो तो हमें बता सकते हैं कि आप मतलब कितने टाइम फ्रेम का चार्ट देखते हैं?
That would lead to disclosing the IP, but however, this is not a single time frame. That is a multi. This takes the multiple time frames into consideration when deciding the entry criteria or profit booking criteria. And it's not exactly stop and reverse, क्योंकि इसमें if there's an entry, there can be a scenario जहाँ पे बीच में आपके पास trade नहीं होगा. Exactly stop and reverse strategy क्या होता है कि either you will be on the buy side or you will be on the short side always in the trade. So that may not be the case here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Santosh, regarding the token generation, okay, so how long will the token be valid once it is generated? Because MCX market lasts more than 14 hours, right? So if we generate a token around 8:30 in the morning, will it be still valid till the end of the market for commodities?
Yes. Generating token once in the morning is sufficient.
Okay, so it is valid, I can say, like more than 14 hours if the token is generated?
Yes.
Okay, so there was no error in the past in the middle of the trades and all, right?
Yeah, no. For once I believe we had an error in IIFL. However,
Okay.
that was a holiday day where where we started in between. So market started at 5 p.m. in the evening. So nobody has generated the token. On that day, we had a couple of errors. Otherwise, it has been running fine.
Okay. Thanks.
Any other questions? Yes. Hello.
Yeah. So my point is, I don't know whether this is covered or not because actually I joined late. I just want to know how many number of trades are being taken on every month basis, And in case if I'm considering the taxes and brokerage and all other things, then what could be the expected cost for a month?
Okay. So in a month, the number of trades will be limited to 20 or 40 at the max. Since the setup works on a multi-time frame, like I mentioned it. So there'll be no multiple trades unless it is a very choppy market, and for a couple of days it is being moving in a same range. The total cost can go up to three and 3,500 for a month. That's it.
Okay, so I consider that in case of choppy markets also, it could not be go more than 4 or 4,500 per month.
Right.
And it is considering both of the instruments like
Both of the
natural gas
instruments.
as well as silver,
Yes.
whatever the case.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I think NG will cost around anywhere between 200 to 250 in Finvesia per trade, Santosh. That is what I have seen. That is the taxes and other charges. Per trade,
Yes,
it would not be more than 200, I guess, per trade.
Yes, but NG has not given more than 8 trades in a month since last 4 months.
Yeah. So what the amount you said, actually, it will be very less only. It will be in reality.
Yes.
It will not cost.
Yes.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Santoshi, can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. Suppose I don't have any position in the algo right now, let us assume, and in the system it is showing, say, silver position is open. Okay. Now, subsequently, when your indicators give the position, natural gas will take a position, new position completely, which will be taken in my account. But silver,
Right.
as it is still existing, let us suppose that it is long. So what it will do is it will first exit and then it will take another short position. So it will do twice the quantity. So in that case, what will happen in my account? Will it take properly only one lot, or will it go short for 2 lots?
No. So your question was you have newly deployed. There's no open position as of now, right?
Yeah, there is no position in my account, but in the algo, it is showing
So
silver is
there'll be
open.
only
Let us say
there'll
it
be
is
there'll be
long.
only one there'll be only one lot in your account.
Okay. So it
Yes.
won't.
Yeah.
So I
No.
won't have to worry about double the trade.
Nothing. There'll be only one trade in your account. Yes.
Achha. Okay, fine. Thanks.
हेलो हाँ सर, अपना काउंटर कब चेंज होता है सर? मतलब मंथली एक्सपायरी के वक्त होता है या फिर आपके हिसाब से होता है काउंटर चेंज?
नहीं, तो मंथली एक्सपायरी यहाँ पे अफेक्ट नहीं करता है क्योंकि हम लोग नेक्स्ट मंथ के एक्सपायरी में ट्रेड करते हैं. ठीक है. सो करंटली द काउंटर विल एंड ऑन द लास्ट डे ऑफ द मंथ. एक काउंटर 1 महीने के लिए चलेगा.
31 मई को मतलब?
राइट.
ओके सर, ओके.
Okay, so moving towards the closure of the seminar, it was good to have all of you here. And one note that since you all are messaging us about increasing the multiplier, please be cautious. मल्टीप्लायर इंक्रीज करने से पहले आपकी पोजीशन एग्जिटेड होनी चाहिए. ड्यूरिंग द ट्रेड आप मल्टीप्लायर चेंज करेंगे तो इट कुड अफेक्ट योर डिप्लॉयमेंट. तो जब भी आपको मल्टीप्लायर चेंज करना है, या तो हमसे पूछ लीजिए या सिंपली आप एग्जिट कीजिए, मल्टीप्लायर चेंज कीजिए और स्ट्रैटेजी को रीएक्टिवेट कीजिए. प्लीज टेक नोट ऑफ दिस. विद दिस, थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू फॉर जॉइनिंग. Oh, I see somebody has a question. Yeah.
सैमी जी, आप कुछ पूछ रहे थे?
सर 31 मतलब आखिरी डे है ना, तो उस दिन अगर कुछ ट्रेड चालू रहते तो वो अपने आप कट जाते या फिर आप काट लेते?
नहीं, सब ऑटोमेटिकली होगा. आपको कुछ नहीं करना है. सब एल्गो से हो जाएगा.
कट जाते और अगले काउंटर चालू हो जाता है फिर 1 तारीख को?
हाँ, नहीं, सेम डे हो जाएगा. सेम डे. सो फॉर एग्जांपल 10 बजे एग्जिट हो गया तो विदिन 5 मिनट्स एक नया काउंटर स्टार्ट हो जाएगा विद अ करंट पोजीशन.
डायरेक्शन सेम रहेगा ना फिर उस ट्रेड का?
डायरेक्शन डिपेंड करेगा इंडिकेटर के बेस पे.
लेकिन अगर वो प्रॉफिट में हो तो फिर क्यों काटना हो? प्रॉफिट में हो तो मतलब फिर भी काट लेते हैं।
हाँ, सो वो दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन, क्योंकि सेटअप के हिसाब से अपने अलग एक्सपायरी में ट्रेड करना है। सो गोइंग टू द फर्स्ट, अगर अपन पहले देखो, हर इंस्ट्रूमेंट का एक्सपायरी अलग दिन पे एग्जिट होता है, ठीक है। लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल सिल्वर का सम ऑफ द मंथली एक्सपायरीज एंड्स ऑन 28th 29th, कहीं कहीं पे वो 4 तारीख को चले जाता है। जैसे करंटली इट इज 4th और 5th ऑफ द सब्सिक्वेंट मंथ, तो 3 महीने दूर की कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दिख रही है अपने को। तो वो सारी चीजों को ध्यान में रखते हुए 1 महीने का एक काउंटर रहेगा। सो अगर समझो आपके पास 10 तारीख को लॉन्ग ट्रेड पड़ी हुई है, सिस्टम के हिसाब से अब भी लॉन्ग इंडिकेटर काम कर रहा है, so the same trade will be pushed in a new counter as well within 5 minutes. There'll be no time lag between the two counters. मतलब आपका पुराना वाला एग्जिट होते से नया वाला एंट्री हो जाएगा. And this also helps various users to account for the monthly profit and accordingly clear the variable fee invoices.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Any other questions, or we can find out? I think Pritish have a question. Sunny, can you please unmute him?
Santosh, I too have it.
Yes, Prashant.
Yeah, is there any limitations for the number of deployments? Are you planning anything like that?
No, as of now, we have not planned anything, but we'll make sure that there are no slippages. So, for example, say we have multiple deployments which are causing the slippages. We can plan to divide the subscribers into different deployments. There'll be a replica of the strategy, and there'll be a small, say, 1.5 minute time gap between the two trades. So as to ensure that everybody gets a proper market rate and there are no slippages in between the subscribers. But however, there can be scenarios even in a current deployment count as well, where prices might differ in the range of 1 to 2 rupees in NZ and around 50 to 100 rupees in silver.
Okay. Thanks, Santosh.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello. Yes, Pritish, you are audible.
Yes, sir. जैसे आपने बताया कि सिर्फ लास्ट मंथ गोल्डन एक्सचेंज था करते, तो क्या हम ये एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि मंथली जो स्टैटिस्टिक्स देख रहे हैं वो उससे कुछ कम भी हो सकता है?
नहीं, मुझे आपकी क्वेश्चन नहीं समझी।
जैसे आपने बताया कि लास्ट 2 मंथ्स जो हम लोग स्टैटिस्टिक्स देख रहे हैं प्रॉफिट का, जैसे 1.5 लाख के कुछ आसपास ही है, तो हम लोग ये एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि जैसे आप बोल रहे थे कि मार्केट बहुत फ्लक्चुएट कर रहा था, 100 पॉइंट्स के आसपास अप डाउन हो रहा था, इसीलिए प्रॉफिट शायद इतने ज्यादा थे। तो इस महीने के बाद से हम ये एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि प्रॉफिट जो है अभी उससे कुछ कम या ज्यादा हो सकता है?
क्या होता है ना, लाइक अपने, अगर आप एनएफओ मार्केट से कंपेयर करोगे, एनएफओ मार्केट डिफर फ्रॉम मंथ ऑन मंथ, ठीक है। कमोडिटीज में इट इज यूजुअली अ साइकिल दैट कम्स इन, ठीक है। एंड लास्ट 2 months वर गुड. अब वी डोंट नो दैट गोइंग फॉरवर्ड इट विल बी वेरी गुड और दिस वाज द बेस्ट दैट वी कुड हैव, ठीक है। However, the indicator that we are using has been custom built in the month of January, so we didn't knew that these strong momentums will be there. However, we have made sure that majority of these scenarios should be captured by the indicator. So if say there are there's no large momentums like this in natural gas. However, natural gas have been giving a momentum of say 60 to 80 rupees in a month, okay? And out of that 80, even if we capture 80% of that, we make a decent profit of 80 to 90,000. And on the other hand, why I have merged this is another reason why I have merged silver along with it. So silver in a month will obviously give a 2,000 point range, okay? And if that's also a clear indication, that adds up to the 10,000, and that makes it 1 lakh. And it's a very decent sum. If you see on a 3 lakh 1 lakh profits, a decent sum.
Thank you.
we have cleared all your queries. If you still have any doubts, please feel free to reach us in our community groups, or you can DM us as well. We are always available to address your queries. Thank you for joining our session, and